Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Imagine for a second that you could just literally stop working, stop stressing, and never invest another dollar again, and you would still wake up one day with over $1 million in the bank. That sounds like some fake late-night infomercial, right? But for me, that is the literal mathematical reality I am living in right now. 3 years ago, I was grinding for scraps, but today my portfolio sits at over $135,000. And because of the way compound interest works, that money is now a runaway freight train. Even at normal market returns, this portfolio is destined to cross that $1 million mark in my lifetime, even if I never touched it again. But here's the thing. I am not stopping. I am just getting started. I am obsessed with the growth, the strategy, and the security that comes with knowing you have built a financial fortress around your life. So today, I am breaking down exactly where every single dollar is parked, why I chose these specific funds, and how this setup is positioned to hit $1 million way faster than you might think. Before we dive into the spreadsheets and the tickers, I want to hear from you. What is your portfolio at right now? Or what is that big goal you are chasing this year? Drop a comment down below because I love seeing where everyone is on their journey. I am 27 years old, and if you have been following my road to $1 million net worth series, you know I keep things incredibly transparent and dead simple. I am not here to gamble on meme stocks or chase the latest crypto moonshot. I am here to build generational wealth through consistency and time. Hitting that $100,000 mark was a massive psychological shift for me because suddenly the math starts working for you instead of against you. It is like you have finally reached the top of the hill and now you are just watching the snowball get bigger as it rolls down. Now, I have to say the legal stuff, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just me sharing my personal playbook and what is working for me. Let us look at the raw math for a second because the numbers don't lie. If I have $135,000 today and we assume the market does its historical 10%, but we account for 2% inflation, we are looking at an 8% real return. If I put in $0 from now on and just let that sit for 33 years until I am 60, it grows into $1.7 million. That is the power of starting in your 20s. It gives your money a massive runway to explode, but obviously $1.7 million in 30 years isn't going to buy what it buys today. So we have to keep the foot on the gas. If I just invest $1,000 a month, that number jumps to $3.46 million. If I bump it to $2,000 a month, we are looking at over $5.2 million. Oh shit, that is the kind of money that changes your entire family tree. Personally, I have been averaging about $2,500 a month in contributions, which means I am on track to hit that $1 million portfolio by the time I am 40, but honestly, I want it sooner. I am sprinting toward it because the faster you hit that first million, the faster the second and third come. The hardest part of this entire journey is the first 100,000 because you are doing all the heavy lifting. When you go from 0 to 100, it is almost all your sweat and your savings. But once you cross that threshold, the market starts doing the work for you. I hit 100,000 around April or May of this year, and just 6 months later, I am already at 135,000. That $35,000 jump happened so much faster than the first 35,000 I ever saved. It is accelerating. And that is why I tell everyone to just start as early as you possibly can. If you are 19 or 20 and you are watching this, you are literally miles ahead of the game because time is the one asset you can never buy more of. The percentage increases needed to hit the next milestone get smaller every time. To go from 100 to 200, you need a 100% increase, but from 900 to a million, you only need 11%. The gravity of wealth gets stronger the more you have, and that is why I am so focused on this specific allocation. Let us break down the actual positions out of my $135,000. About 98,000 of it, or 72%, is in VOO, which is the Vanguard SP 500 ETF. This is the core, the foundation, the heart of my portfolio. I don't care about trying to pick the next Amazon. I just want to own the 500 biggest, most profitable companies in the US. My goal is to get this single position to $100,000 by the end of December, so fingers crossed the market stays green for a few more weeks. Next, I have $24,000 in SCHD, which is a dividend growth ETF. This makes up about 18% of my holdings, and it gives me that sweet, consistent cash flow. Every quarter, they drop a couple $100 into my account, and I just turn around and buy more shares. So the next check is even bigger. Finally, I have about $12,600 in VUG, which is Vanguard S Growth ETF. This is my tech-heavy play, about 9% of the total. And it gives me that extra juice when the NASDAQ is ripping. I used to own a bunch of individual stocks, but back in August, I liquidated everything and moved into this simple 3-fund setup. Why? Because tracking 50 stocks is a massive headache, and honestly, most people just end up underperforming the market anyway. Now, when I get paid, I don't have to think. I don't have to analyze, I just buy more VOO and keep moving. If we look at where this money is actually stored, it is split between 3 main buckets. My brokerage account is the big one, worth about $68,700. Then my Roth IRA is at almost $40,000, and my 401k is sitting at $26,000. The brokerage is where I have the most freedom, but the Roth is where the magic happens because all that growth is tax-free. Starting next year, my company match for the 401k kicks in, which is basically a 100% return on my money before it even hits the market. I love this allocation because it balances aggressive growth with defensive value. VOO is the standard. VUG is the gas pedal, and SEHD is the brake. If the market crashes 30%, I can almost guarantee SEHD will drop less because it holds stable, profitable companies that pay dividends. It gives me that psychological edge to stay in the game when everyone else is panicking and selling. I have a win mindset with this stuff. If the market goes up, I am getting richer and I feel great. If the market goes down, everything is on sale and I get to buy more shares of the best companies in the world at a discount. When people are fearful, that is the time to be greedy, just like Warren Buffett says. I don't hold a ton of cash on the sidelines waiting for a dip because the market could run up 60% while you're waiting for a 10% drop. Time in the market beats timing the market every single day of the week. My strategy for hitting that million is just 3 simple rules. 1. Keep a high savings rate like 30 or 40% if you can swing it. 2. Invest every single month like clockwork no matter what the headlines are saying. And 3. Keep the portfolio boring. If your portfolio is exciting, you are probably doing it wrong. Wealth should be like watching grass grow or paint dry. It is the slow, steady accumulation that wins the race. Every $100 I invest today at 27 is worth so much more than if I started at 40. I view every dollar as a little soldier that I am sending out to go capture more dollars for me. As I get older and my income increases through promotions and side hustles, I am just going to keep feeding the machine. Maybe in my 40s, I will tilt more toward SCHD for the income. But for now, I am all about that capital appreciation. I am not saying any of this to brag. I just want to show you that a normal person with a normal job can build something massive if they just stop overcomplicating it. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just focus on your own progress and your own numbers. 5 years from now, you will thank yourself for the sacrifices you are making. Today, the first 100,000 is a grind, but the next few 100,000 are a blast. Stay consistent, stay boring, and let time do the heavy lifting. That is the full breakdown of how I am turning 135,000 into $1 million legacy. I hope this motivates you to look at your own numbers and realize how close you actually are to changing your life. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below and hit that subscribe button to join the journey. I will see you in the next one. Peace.